Hi Gemini, welcome to your love reading. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Check out your other placements for additional messages. As this is a general reading, messages may or may not apply. Just take what resonates and leave what doesn't for the next person. I can be picking up on someone around you or someone you could be dealing with, so you might have to swap the roles. If this reading doesn't resonate right away, it may be something that happens down the line. If you like, you can keep it in your back pocket or you can come back at a later time. We're going to take a look into what messages need to come through for you guys regarding your love life, see what you guys could be currently dealing with or what you can expect. Get some insight, wisdom, guidance, overall see what's going on. I hope you guys are doing well, and if you guys are interested, you can follow my Instagram at JadeStoneTarot. And with that being said, let's get right into the reading. We're gonna get into your side and then whoever you're dealing with, but you decide who's who. Okay, so messages for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding their love life. What messages do we have for Gemini, please? Any messages for Gemini? Alright, the deck is ready. Let's get into this. Messages for Gemini, we have, the Phoenix. Messages for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding their love life. And the Frog. Whoa. Who had these cards come out? I don't remember. I think it was Scorpio that had it. I'm not 100% sure, but if you have Scorpio in your chart, you may want to check out their read. And let's take a look into Gemini's person. Who was Gemini dealing with? The person Gemini's connecting with, please. Have the other person regarding Gemini's love life. Other person, please. We have the Sea Serpent. Ooh, okay. Kind of mirroring energy. Messages for Gemini, or the Gemini's person, and the Dragonfly Owl. Okay. So this person has 3 cards, but that's all good. Alright. So, and I've noticed this, I've only done 2 now that you guys are the 3rd love read that I'm doing, and I'm doing it like this. And what I've noticed in each read that I've done, and now yours too, is like there's a bit of mirroring, or like there's some similarities. Obviously there's some differences on both sides, but like there's always some kind of similar theme that both people are going through, and like I'm feeling the same thing. So on this side, we have the Phoenix and the Frog. So there's this major cleansing, major release. Someone's going through a big emotional transition, okay, with the Phoenix and the Frog. So someone's going through this big transformation regarding their emotions and their feelings, and they're letting go of their past. They're letting go of the burdens and the emotional hurts and woundings that have been stuck with them for such a long time. They're learning to let it go and express whatever hurts that are still there, any emotions that are still there. Like they're going through a huge transformation. So whether this is you, Gemini, or this is the person you're connecting with, but to be honest, both sides are kind of similar. Okay, so there's this big transformative healing energy. There's this energy from the Frog about cleansing and releasing and forgiving, and also there's the need to surround yourself near water. So if you live somewhere near like a body of water, a lake, river, ocean, it would be really great for you guys to spend some time out there. If you don't, if it's raining, maybe go outside in the rain, barefoot, right? Really focus on just grounding and being in like the healing element of water. If not, it's not raining, right? Salt baths are really good for that too. Just like it recommends submerging in some water, because water is extremely healing. And to ground, right? Because the Phoenix represents your root chakra. So, you know, because if our root is out of alignment, everything else is. And so it's so important for you guys to ground yourselves. Whenever you come across this, focus on centering yourself. Maybe you've been feeling a little bit wobbly or a little bit clumsy. I think I said that in like your March readings, like clumsiness. And so I'm kind of getting that again, not gonna lie. So this is so important for you guys to just ground yourselves and just take it nice and easy. And you know what's funny is the day after I uploaded your March reading and I mentioned like be careful of like hurting yourselves or stubbing your toe or like accidentally injuring yourself. Literally the day after I uploaded that video, I'm not even a Gemini. I mean, technically in Vedic, I am a Gemini, but I dropped a can of crushed tomatoes on my foot, and that was like 2 weeks ago, and I have the most ugliest bruise on my foot, and that shit was painful, I can't lie. But I'm kind of getting that energy again, Gemini, so whenever you're coming across this, just please, you know, be a little bit more cautious, especially around your feet or like your root. Otherwise, I don't want you being off your feet, especially if you got things to do, right? It's always just like a pain in the ass. Anyways, I don't know why I'm getting that for whoever this might be, but we'll talk a little bit more on this side. But I want to talk about the other individual, because they're very similar. Just different ways of handling it. This person on this side, they're handling these emotions and forgiving and releasing of the past through like emotions and letting it out and crying and talking and journaling and listening to sad music and watching sad movies, like just feeling the emotions. Whereas on this side, they're more logical about it, or like they're just kind of like sorting through their thoughts. With the dragonfly is about like changing your perspective and like being analytical about it rather than emotional. Now this is about an emotional situation, as we have the alchemical symbol for water, but it's like someone's perception is changing. It's not really about like expressing the emotions, it's more of just like their perspective on something's changing. So maybe this could be you, as we do have air coming out twice and spirit, right? We got spirit coming out on both sides. So overall, whoever's watching this, doesn't matter which side you're on, you're always watched over and protected. So just a little friendly reminder. So the sea serpent and the dragonfly, we'll get to owl afterwards. The sea serpent represents your sacral chakra, I believe. So this represents like your sexuality, your creativity, your expression. And when this card comes out, when there's an imbalance, that means that in certain areas, these emotions and these feelings, they're flooding, and there's so much to give, and there's so much to feel, it's almost overwhelming. And then in other realms, other areas, it's just like dry as fuck. Like there's nothing to give, there's nothing. It's just, so there might be a little bit of an imbalance, and perhaps this individual is being more analytical, as the dragonfly talks about like a new perspective being gained about an emotional situation, as this is the alchemical symbol for water. So maybe there's like some sort of awareness or realization happening here, as this does look like an eye too, that something's imbalanced. And so someone's perspective is being changed here. And then the owl is someone who's extremely intuitive too. Someone who carries a lot of wisdom and strength. And again, it's all about vision, like seeing well, because owls have great vision at night, especially at nighttime. So like what was once hidden, you may be understanding, or whoever's on this side, it's like they're understanding something differently, or maybe they're recognizing areas in their lives that are flooding versus it's just like a dry spell. Like maybe this person or you, they're recognizing, hey, there's like a bit of an imbalance in like my emotions, or like maybe I've been suppressing how I've been feeling, or I haven't fully been able to express myself, or maybe this person's been struggling with their creativity or their sexuality or something like that, but that there's actually like a little blessing coming their way. So if there has been some struggles, or there has been like some imbalances, it seems as if there will be like some sort of resolution, right? And healing will take place. Just requires work and patience, and also looking at things differently. Okay, so I feel like this person may struggle with like viewing whatever the situation is from like a different perspective, or like they're working on it, they're trying it, but like it's just a little bit of a struggle. But you're on the right path, whoever this is for. Versus this side, they recognize it, they see it, they feel it, they're expressing it, they're not afraid, they're not shying away, they're just like, you know what, okay, cool, we're feeling these emotions and we're transforming and we're letting go of this past, we're not avoiding this any longer, we're not holding on to this any longer, we're facing this and transforming it and becoming better than ever, right? So there's two different people going through similar things, just handling it differently. Okay? So let's pull some romance angel messages and see kind of like what's going on between the two energies we got here. See, and notice how on this side we got lots of blues, and on this side we have more warm tone and then green. So like there's two different energies, you can see that pretty clearly. So any romance angel messages for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding their love life? What's going on between these two energies, please? Tell me about Gemini and the person they're connecting with. Any romance angel messages regarding this situation between Gemini and the person they're dealing with? Romance angel messages regarding Gemini's love life. We have religious factors, romance angel messages, and healing family issues. See, so like I said, there's this big healing going on here. And when I was prepping my tarot decks especially, it did look like there was lots of work being done on something and like releasing. So it seems like that's kind of coming through on both sides. So we have religious factors. Your love life is being influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. And healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Alright, so religious factors and healing family issues. Let me hold this up, make sure it's in focus so y'all can see. Okay? Religious factors and... I'm getting from this is like maybe whoever you're connecting with on both sides are helping each other heal your childhood woundings or like the way you were raised or family issues. Like both sides triggered each other on their spiritual path to heal their own like internal woundings about family related or like how they were raised, how you were raised, how your person was raised. And as you're starting to forgive yourself on both sides, because we got forgiveness and healing on both sides, as you're learning to forgive yourself as well as even your parents, right? Because at the end of the day, nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. And let's be real. Now, I'm not a parent, but there ain't no rule book on how to raise a child. So there ain't no manual, right? So, I mean... lots of forgiveness taking place. And that shit is not easy. It does not happen overnight, right? It takes a lot of hard work and dedication and unlearning and realizing that it wasn't your fault, especially if this has to do with like some family issues or like how you were raised, certain beliefs that you had growing up, even up to this very point on both sides, right? What I'm getting is like both sides are learning to forgive their parents, because the relationship we have with our parents and how we are raised as children, even moving forward to the age we are today, has an impact on the types of people we attract, how we view certain people, who we are today, right? It all stem from our childhood and how we were raised, and the insecurities and the issues and the woundings, deep woundings that you had way back as a child are the cycles that you're on up to this very point. So it's almost as if you guys are helping each other, whether you are with this person and you guys are on great terms, or maybe you guys are separated, right? And maybe you guys hate each other's guts, but it's like for some reason on this path that you both are on, came to each other to like teach each other extremely important lessons to heal your own like woundings, childhood woundings, and learning to forgive like your parents. Damn. And then your love life is benefiting as you are learning to forgive your parents and your inner child. You're attracting like much more healthier relationships, because the types of relationships you had with your parents growing up, usually you end up attracting the similar kinds of people, romantic, platonic, any like, you know, I don't know where my words are today, y'all. Like, I'm like, it's not really, hope it makes sense. I'm like struggling right now. It's so weird. My brain is just like not really helping me today. I don't know, maybe I didn't have enough coffee. So what we're gonna do is pull some major arcana messages, get some main themes as to what's going on between you and this individual, and then we'll pull some more messages, okay? So what are the major themes between Gemini and the person they're connecting with? If I can shuffle. What are the major themes between Gemini and the person that they're dealing with? That's way too many, but I'll take this one. Judgment. Yeah. All right. Major themes between... oh, the devil. Okay. Major themes between Gemini and the person that they're dealing with regarding their love life. Major themes. What the hell? That's so weird. I felt like someone touched my head. That was so weird. Okay, that happened to me before in like the past, but that hasn't happened in a minute. Okay, so we have Judgment, the Devil, and the Moon. Okay, we're just gonna shift this up over here and move this up a little bit just so we have some space. So Judgment, the Devil, and the Moon. We have Capricorn energy as well as Pisces and Judgment. So yeah, there's like this big wake-up call. Both sides are going through this. Recognizing and realizing either toxic tendencies or mindsets or habits or cycles that they've been on. Both sides, you've been on, your person's been on for way too long, and it's time to make this judgment call. It's time to put your foot down. It's time to recognize these cycles that you've been on or that they've been on. There's this energy on both sides of looking back at the past, looking way back. I look back with compassion to myself. So don't beat yourself up over your past or how you were raised or what you could have, should have done. There's no point. You can't change that. But the most important thing you can do moving forward is learning what you need to learn so that you don't repeat the same old cycles. Because let's be real, if you don't learn the lesson, you're just going to stay on this toxic cycle that's unhealthy for you and your partners and whoever you cross paths with in the future, right? Whether this is codependencies, whether these are addictions or just mindsets or just, again, like anything that is not good. And like we could go on and on and on about it, but with the devil out here, it's like there's like a wake-up call or a big realization as to why you've been on certain paths, why you've attracted certain people, why certain things that have happened in your life that have led up to this very moment. But now you're recognizing that you have the power to change that, to be free from whatever has been holding you back. And if you're not really sure, well, where do I begin? Where do I start? There's so much work to be done. I understand it could be overwhelming, right? And then it's just like a bit discouraging. Like, what's the point? It's never too late, right? Move at your own pace, but to trust your gut, trust your intuition, to take the time to go inwards, to be with yourself and just sit with these thoughts, sit with these feelings, maybe write them down, maybe go talk to someone, maybe if you have a therapist, or maybe if you've been considering seeing one or getting some sort of like professional help, right? If you've been considering that, maybe this is your confirmation you needed to like, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I've been contemplating, I've been going back and forth, fine, right? That might really benefit you. If not, it's all good. Just take some time out for yourself to just be with yourself, to be with your thoughts, to process whatever comes up. Even if it's something small or if you think it's stupid, which it's not, your feelings are valid, but to just go inward, have some honest conversations with yourself, or in this relationship, right? Communicating with each other and helping each other out, helping each other recognize certain behaviors that aren't healthy for yourself or just in general, right? The future's unknown. Basically, the actions you take right here, right now determine where this relationship's heading, what relationships come towards you in your future, if you're single, right? If you're not with this person currently, or you had an ending with this person who's I'm picking up on, right? The actions you take now to put in the work to heal, to break certain patterns, to break certain issues, especially healing these family issues, that's what changes everything. You can continue to keep going on this cycle, right? And even on this person's side, the sea serpent is just like a cycle, right? It's chasing its tail, going in circles and circles and circles and circles, right? You can continue to keep doing that, or you can choose to break free from it. Yeah. Interesting stuff. So let's pull some tarot messages. Where did my deck go? Is this it? Which one do I want to use? Let's use this one. Okay. We're going to look into this person's side, get some more messages, then we'll look into this person's side, get some more messages, and then we'll get into these cards as to why they came out, okay? Get some more details. So we're just going to, Gemini, I'm just going to assume that this is you, but you can swap the roles, okay? All right, so tell me about Gemini regarding their love life. Where's Gemini at? Regarding their love life. Tell me about Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding their love life. Where is Gemini at? Wow. Oof. 10 of Swords and the Hangman in the reverse. So you have Piscean energy coming out again. Tell me about any messages. Okay. 7 of Wands. Messages for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding their love life. Okay, you guys got an extra, but that's all good. We have the Emperor, and Eight of Swords in the reverse. Whoa, I'm seeing you guys taking control. We have the Four of Swords in the reverse, the Six of Pentacles, and Hermit in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Let's look in, and then we'll look into your other person, get the cards out. Alright, and tell me about the person Gemini is dealing with. The other individual in this read. What's going on in their love life. Or regarding this reading. Tell me the person Gemini's connecting with. What's going on in their side. Person Gemini is dealing with regarding love. Oh, where did it go? We have Six of Wands, Eight of Cups in the reverse. Tell me the person Gemini is dealing with. Seven of Cups in the reverse. Tell me the person Gemini is dealing with. Five of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck we have the Three of Cups, King of Wands, Four of Cups in the reverse. Okay, and then I'm just gonna set this here. So let's go back to your side. So Gemini, you're spending a lot of time reflecting and finding ways to free yourself from these past woundings, past hurts, past pains. Similar energy to the Phoenix and the Frog, right? Here we go again, basically confirming what we were just talking about, but let's go a little bit more into some depth. So you guys are reaching this place of just like emotional exhaustion. There's a bit of anxiousness that you may still carry when you think back to these past experiences, or when perhaps it comes up in conversation between you and your person in your relationship. Maybe you get a little bit defensive, or like something maybe triggers you, or maybe reminds you of your past, or reminds you of the hurts that you've gone through, these pains that you've gone through. You're trying so hard to free yourself from this, to release yourself from this, and to break free from the pain. But there's still some sort of trigger here that kind of sets you off, or maybe you get like just again defensive or on guard, or you feel like you're having to explain yourself or defend yourself. Again, like there's something like when this is brought up, it's like you feel as if you've looked at it enough and there's not much else you can do about it. Like with this Hangman in the reverse, for me, sometimes it talks about like finally like releasing yourself, you're free, but I also feel like some of you just feel like you've looked at it from all angles, but like it still lingers. Like it doesn't matter what you do, it's still there. But that just means like there's something that you're missing, right? So spend a little bit more time going inward with yourself to figure out, what are these triggers? Why do I get triggered when someone mentions this from my past or my childhood, or, you know, like really having that honest conversation, because at the end of the day, only person who knows deep down is you. And maybe you don't know right now, but if you sit with it for some time and you really think and contemplate it, and it ain't gonna just click right then, right there. It's going to take some time, consistency, but you'll eventually get your answers, and it looks like you will. So I know you guys might be feeling, on this side, you might be feeling anxious, or like there's this anxiety, or like there's just like this restlessness, like wondering, am I ever going to fully be healed from this? Am I ever going to break free from the ties or break free from these woundings, right? I feel like forgiveness is key. Forgiveness is so important. But that, again, that's a whole process. It's a whole journey, I know, right? Don't we want it to just be like, snap your fingers, it's done with? I feel you, I understand. But that's just kind of that's what's coming through. So, you know, I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. We have the Six of Pentacles and the Hermit in the reverse. I think another reason why you guys may find it so difficult to like fully break away from this, or fully, like, you know, even dedicating the time to go inward. Like some of you feel like you have so much on your plate and you're putting things everywhere else but maybe yourself, right? You're worried about your home life and your friends and your wife, your husband, your dog, your children, your everything but yourself, right? And I feel like with the Hermit in the reverse, I feel like this is more of like you guys needing to spend the time going inward, go into your little hermit shell and just be with yourself. But sometimes it's hard to carve the time out when you got so many things to take care of, right? And then you get restless and anxious, like, am I ever going to have the time to be with myself and to figure this shit out ever? Like, or is this just how it's going to be? But what it looks like, we have the Eight of Swords in the reverse and the Emperor. So something switches, or like you finally are able to like make it a priority where you can finally just lock yourself in a room and be with yourself for some time, maybe a couple times during the week, a couple hours during the week, or per day, like an hour. Maybe you wake up a little bit earlier, right? when everyone else is asleep, so you could just be by yourself, and you're taking control with the Emperor, and now you're finding a solution. You're finding a way out to break free from these hurts, these pains, these woundings, or like recognize where it stems from, right? Some of you are realizing, oh my God, this stems from how I was raised, or the relationship I had with my parents, or maybe you're having a conversation with your person, and like maybe both of you are coming to this conclusion of like, whoa, like both of our relationships, our parents, has affected us so much that like we need to unlearn these habits. Or, you know, like there could be a conversation that you're having with your person, right? I'm just saying. But finally gaining the courage, the strength to look at how he's holding the little globe in his hand, right? Recognizing that you have the responsibility. You're a grown-ass adult, right? Doesn't matter how old you are, you have the power and the responsibility and the choice on if you're willing to continue on this path. And if that's what you want to do, that's cool. But if you're wanting to break free from this and maybe feel a little bit more peaceful, have a little bit more peace of mind, is by making the change to cut yourself free from this, taking that blindfold off. And it looks like that's what's happening here. And that's the phoenix, right? Rising from the ashes. It's uncomfortable, it's painful, it's not easy, and it's a fucking process. But you got this, okay? On this side, what do we have here? Okay, so we have the 6 of Wands, 7 of Cups in the reverse, 8 of Cups in the reverse, the 5 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, King of Wands, 4 of Cups reversed. On this side, they're overcoming things too with that 6 of Wands, because it looks as if this individual is also successful, victorious, overcoming and healing these things. It looks like they're gonna get clarity, right? There is that dragonfly energy. 7 of Cups in reverse with the dragonfly is a change in perspective, understanding and seeing things clearly and understanding. And then there we go with that 8 of Cups in the reverse. This is looking back at the past, or like there's still some sort of attachment from a past situation, whether again this is something that stems from the relationship you have with your parents, or like a past relationship, or just something from the past that obviously still lingers. But it looks as if there's getting clarity here with the 7 of Cups. The 5 of Pentacles as well. Seems like either they're maybe in separation with someone, or it's as if they distance themselves. Even though they're supported, it seems like this person might be spending a lot of time alone to go inward to process these emotions. And maybe this person on this side, or Gemini, is feeling like, where's my person at? Or like, why are they acting so quiet? Or leaving me out in the dark, or kind of just ghosting me or something like that. But it's because they're coming to their own terms as well. Although they're supported, it's as if they are going through this lonesome, but at the same time they're not, though, because look, got the 2 people over there. So it's like you and your person going through it together, looking and analyzing back at these past experiences and getting clarity and understanding things differently and having like a big breakthrough, really. And so then we have the 4 of Cups in the reverse. So now this individual on this side, they're no longer overlooking why or where this stemmed from. For the longest time, maybe they didn't understand, or they, again, was repeating a cycle over and over and over again. Never really understanding, why am I ending up in the same situations, or like recognizing the lesson that needs to be learned, or learning where there needs to be some forgiveness and some healing, right? But now that this is in the reverse, it's like starting to understand and things are unfolding. And then kind of similar energy with that Emperor that we had on this side, we have the King of Wands. He's sitting here, he's thinking, he's contemplating, right? He has this kind of contemplative face in this deck. Okay, well, what's my next move? How do I move forward from this? Now that I'm seeing things clearly, now that I'm understanding, oh, this is where these cycles stem from, right? Now it's all about taking action, and my goodness, she's snoring so loud. Now it's all about taking action and making the changes necessary moving forward. It's very like, it's like you guys are marrying each other, or like you guys are on the same path. That's why you guys are in each other's lives, to help each other have these breakthroughs, You guys are, maybe this is like some twin flame shit. I don't know. I don't really know too much about that stuff, but I know like people say that it's like half your souls like mirroring each other, or like there's like this mirroring going on, or you guys triggered each other to like look at yourselves, to go inward. I don't know, but it's beautiful. And then, positive thing, you guys come out on the other side with the Three of Cups. Celebration, good times, and really joyful opportunities. So through the discomfort, through the pain, through recognizing whatever these woundings are, it's like you guys seem to help each other work through it. Interesting stuff. So let's take a look into Judgment. Now this should apply for both sides, right? Although, again, like both sides seem very similar to one another, just handling it a little bit differently. Tell me about Judgment regarding Gemini and the person they're dealing with, their love life. Judgment. We have the Queen of Swords backside. What is this? Knight of Wands backside. It almost looks like the Two of Wands, to be honest. Like a decision. Or like you're at a cross path. Which road are you going to go? Left or right? Are you oh, yeah, right? Because this is clarifying judgment. Are you going to continue repeating, right? Both sides. What do you want to do? Or are you going to cut that out with the Queen of Swords and break through to this new chapter? This is like the final test. Final Judgment. And the King of Pentacles. Nice. Bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Swords, Death, wow, and the High Priestess, and the Two of Pentacles. There's balance found here. So whatever you end up doing, wherever you end up going, leads to balance. There's big-ass transformation over here with Death. Love to see that. And there we go with the spiritual path with the High Priestess. We have Pisces and Scorpio energy coming out. And also with the Six of Swords, moving forward into the calmer, more peaceful place in your life. But you're also handling these emotions, moving through the discomfort pretty well, and you're trusting every little step. Like I was saying, trust your gut, trust your intuition, and that you are being protected and guided on this path. Both sides, right? With Spirit coming out twice, both sides being guided. And there's that energy of, like I said, make sure you ground yourself and take care of yourself and be patient and move at your own pace as there's no rush. Wow. But yeah, it's like with the Knight of Wands backside, we're looking at which direction you can go. Both sides are looking at this path. Like, do we want to keep on repeating what we've been doing all along, or do you think it's time for a change? And then with Death coming out, it's like, it's time for a change, baby. It's time for a damn change. That's what's happening here. Right? Breaking free from this devil. Nice. Love to see that. Tell me about the devil regarding Gemini's love life. Person Gemini is dealing with as well. Tell me about the devil. Wow. King of Wands, double confirmation. Tongue of the Devil. There we go. Two of Swords. This is the backside. There's that decision again. 2-2. Tongue of the Devil. The Seven of Cups, but it's the backside. This is the positive side. On the other side is like confusion and feeling lost and unsure. On this side, it's like, I got all these options and all these possibilities, and all of them are going to lead to my end goal, my wishes and desires, and it doesn't matter which one I choose. Sweet, right? So, bottom of the deck, we also have the Ten of Swords, Nine of Wands, and the Tower, Scorpio energy. And the Ten of Cups under that. So there's that kind of family dynamic coming up here. there's like a big collapse of old beliefs or the way you and your person were raised. Maybe you both had very similar childhoods. I'm just saying. Or like, you know, when you discuss what you've gone through. Again, like, there's just a lot of similarities that you and your person have. The things that you believed for such a long time stemmed way back. Certain insecurities, certain woundings, things that, like, maybe you weren't even aware were there. You're realizing this, or you and your person are reflecting that to each other and helping each other recognize these things. And there's a bit of that stubbornness of, like, not wanting to ask for help. Maybe it's more of this side, like, I'll do it alone, but needing to accept that helping hand instead of just doing it alone. Working together as a team, because on both sides, there's a lot of pains and hurts and heartbreaks that you've gone through, but recognizing that not everybody's going to be out to get you. There's people who want to help you, you know? Anyway, so confronting this devil, the King of Wands, looking over at this devil, putting his foot down, right? There's a decision. King of Wands, he's crossed with a decision. Am I going to stay on the path? Am I going to repeat it? Or am I going to break it? Well, you got options. You got many different paths you could move down. Whatever you decide will lead to a very positive outcome. Okay? Even though right now it may not seem like it, or you might be feeling a little bit lost or a bit confused as the direction you're moving down, have trust that you are being led down to your highest path, right? Let's take a look into the moon for Gemini, as well as the person Gemini is dealing with. The moon. Tell me about the moon for Gemini, summarizing Venus. Person Gemini is connecting with. Try the moon. Try the moon. Ooh. We have the Six of Cups, right? There's that Two of Pentacles coming out. Wow. And is this Judgment? Yes. Now is this the backside or is this the backside? Because I honestly don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter. Oh, I guess I'm getting another one. Talking about the moon. It's gonna come out for a reason. There we go. And the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, good. Bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles backside, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. Okay, so see, there's the energy of walking away from that past, from repeating. And you know what? This is the Eight of Cups. On the backside, there's that child looking back at how they were raised or their parents' relationship and how that programmed you and your person and literally everyone in the world, how it affected the types of relationship you have and certain things that you're having to unlearn, right? But you're walking away from that. Both sides are walking away from that. And Judgment coming out again, right? So this decision changes everything. Changes the direction you're heading down, and it's scary, right? Because you're entering the unknown. You don't know. Okay, now that you're stepping out of your comfort zone, now that you're stepping out of what you knew for your entire life, and now that it's come crashing down with that Tower energy, you're building a brand new foundation with the ideas and the mindsets and the perspective you have today, right? Because things have changed and things will be completely different, and so it's scary. Right? You don't know what's around the corner, and the future really is unknown. But guess what? The future is also what you want, what you can make it, based off the actions you take, right? We had that Six of Cups energy, you looking back at these past experience. Each cup represents a relationship, a memory, a certain significant time in your life. You're looking back at it, but you recognize you don't have to go there again, that it doesn't have to define you. Whoa, this is like a pretty powerful read, Gemini. I know my words be a little bit messed up. Bear with me. I've been going through some things lately. But you're coming out both sides. Again, like I gotta keep mentioning, like it's both sides coming out more stronger and confident and in control. And there's going to be moments where you fall back or where you slip up or where you maybe fall back into these old mindsets or old beliefs or things that creep up from your past. And it's a little bit of like a little trial and test And you may fail a couple times, you may move backwards a couple times, but then you move forwards more, and then maybe backwards. Like, it's gonna be a process, and there's gonna be moments where you doubt, like, am I even going anywhere? Right? Is this even working? Is this even paying off? But it is. It is. Right? And there's the rabbit in the back of the Queen of Pentacles backside, right? And the rabbit in the animal spirit deck that I use talks about fears, and that the fears aren't necessarily real, but it could just be in your head, and you may end up like preventing yourself from moving forward, right? Or just getting in your own way. So just a little friendly reminder, there might be some setbacks, there might be some delays, there might be moments where you fall back into old routines, but as long as you can recognize that and like push through that discomfort on both sides, you're capable of moving through this. And to trust every little step of the journey, every little step that you take counts, right? Every little stepping stone, okay? But yeah, like, it just seems like you and whoever you're connecting with, or whoever you're in a relationship with, or were in a relationship with, like, there's this mirroring going on here. Whether they're in your life right now and you guys are working together and helping each other out on this journey, on this path, or maybe you guys were just brought together to teach each other these lessons and to like break free from the past. Anyways, it's like, yeah, just like overcoming like a lot of karmic things. Let me get my Takashi messages, then we're gonna end the read. Oh yeah, wow. Any Takashi messages for a Gemini regarding this reading? Any Takashi messages for Gemini, Sun-Rising Venus regarding this reading? Gemini, Sun-Rising Venus. Any Takashi messages? Any Takashi messages? There we go. We have integrity. Any Takashi messages for Gemini, as well as emotions, which fell on top of the Eight of Swords in the reverse. Let's get one more. And thought. Yeah. And that's why I felt is like this side is using their emotions more to go through and process. This side's using more of like their logic. Then we got emotions and thought coming out here. So integrity, it's time to define your truth and work with sincerity and honor. Allow the unity of body, mind, and spirit to guide you in the feeling of wholeness. You need not compromise your beliefs nor thrust them upon others, but retain a balance within you. Love who you are and be proud of you. Emotions. Feel your emotions and let them go. Do not harbor bad feelings from the past. Are you falling into the same holes time and time again? It may be time to look for the triggers that create negative feelings and do something about it. Is there an issue that you're too emotional about? Take a step back, breathe, and give yourself some space. Love all your feelings, not just the ones you judge to be good. And thought. Be aware of your thoughts. Your thoughts carry a great deal of energy. Choose to create your world with happy, loving thoughts. Be unselfish in your thinking and considerate of others. Situations may not be as you expect, and you may have to do some rethinking. All right. And that's what I got on both sides. Both sides were saying like to spend some time alone, to go inward, and then even like the main themes with the moon coming out is like definitely just carve some time out, whether you gotta wake up an hour earlier just to have some quiet time and be alone, like whatever you gotta do where you can just be alone for yourself. Take a walk, get some fresh air, be by like the water, the ocean, the river, lake, you know, take a bath, like just to be with yourself and just process whatever these thoughts or emotions that are coming up and just let it come out and honor it and feel it and recognize it, experience, and then let it go. And if you got to do that 100 times, like do it, like whatever you got to do in order for you to break free from these pains and woundings. Like it's going to be a process, but it's nothing you can't handle, Gemini. And I believe in you. And look at this. We got the Phoenix and the Sea Serpent. So at the end of the day, both people, both individuals will overcome this. Okay? It's totally possible. And we got that Three of Cups energy coming out. Okay, so there's a lot of good stuff coming your way. Have trust in it. You'll move through this. You got this. Whew. Okay, Gemini. So if you guys found this insightful or helpful in any way, please feel free to let me know in the comments below. If you guys are interested, you can follow my Instagram at Jadestone Tarot. And with that being said, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care.